Hey, Onion back with Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is Stormblood, level 69 set of the main story quest. Everything with text-to-speech for people with dyslexia and bad eyesight like myself. Thanks for coming. Please enjoy.
We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Lisa and her unit will make for our primary objective, the Fire Control Center. At the same time, we will enter the Castrum by way of the ventilation ducts, whereupon we will proceed into weapons research and create a diversion. If all goes to plan, our parties will subsequently converge, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack.
Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nago on the details.
The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the Castrum. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep to their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Why, Ralku, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly.
Onion is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where is the entrance to the ducts?
Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places.
Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Onion, we shall infiltrate the Castrum and cause as much chaos as possible. This will draw the Imperials away from Lisa and her men, thereby allowing them to safely reach the Fire Control Center.
If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Ralgo guide you to victory.
This is your last chance to make your preparations, Onion. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin.
Alright, like always, I'm going to show what you can do if you go in with trust. So, you do get Alpha Note and Alizé. They're locked into that. You get a random Gladiator or a random DPS. But those two are locked as healer and damage. Alright, I'll be going into this dungeon as a tank. We're going to go as fast as possible. The pools are big. You just have to make sure you mitigate properly. We should be able to do a fine with any of the tanks, actually. Just note, this place is a Garlean facility, so sometimes the gem in their forehead, it shows up on the monsters, meaning that they do the experiments on their own people. I found that very interesting in the last boss. It's a Garlean soldier. So, the same place where Kryl is as well. Let's see how this plays out. I haven't watched all the cutscenes before, so this should be interesting. Thanks for joining, and I'll come back once we're in. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be a 14-minute run.
Systems nominal. Powering Magitech engines. Deactivating limiters. Injecting cerulean fuel additives. Systems critical. Unable to execute wild speed protocol. Emergency restart. Systems unstable. Evacuate. Hostile presence detected. Subject number 24. Engaging arcane combat mode. Commencing fire ether loading. '24 protocol initiated. Commencing fire attack. Inhibitors disengaged. Fire ether output level maximum. Warning, fire ether overload. Combat system throttle, defensive functions impaired. System restored. Recommencing ice ether loading. '24 protocol initiated. Commencing ice attack. Inhibitors disengaged. Ice ether output level maximum. Warning, ice ether overload. Combat system throttle, defensive functions impaired. System restored. Recommencing lightning ether loading. '24 protocol initiated. Commencing lightning attack. Ether loading test complete. Urgent redesign required.
Is that cryo?
What fortune to receive such a promising test subject. This way, little one, this way. Time for your medicine.
All right, just under 14 minutes.
Understood. We're on our way. Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them. Lise! Thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?!
I gave the order to fire.
It was over! The Skulls had surrendered, no one else had to die, and you killed them! Your own people! Your own comrades!
You're right! I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolf, Emlyn, all the rest, trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Lise!
Gotcha!
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Coward! Get back here!
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me? Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
Well, we did it. Castrum Abania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alize to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties. But somehow, it feels empty. We should report to General Alden. Crow wasn't here, but who knows, maybe one of Raubon's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask, anyway.
Onion, Commander Hex. Fine work you did today. After Specula Imperatrix, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Ralger's star yet burns bright.
I'm glad, I really am. But you should know that Alize was injured in the fighting.
Regrettable, but I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fodola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise?
Oh, it's nothing really, just that, we're almost to the end, but we still got to save Kroll and do so much more.
We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you. Both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push.
I don't see why not.
Then come with me to Radiata. From there we'll need to follow another road south. Even after all these years, it's still the same. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Onion, Lise, I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
You mean, this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But, after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You, who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom! Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lys, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death? That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself. Not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many. It isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alize was dead for a moment back there. 'Tis one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her. And that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it. To not let it break her. To remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right, then. I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer.
I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Wait. Am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so.
7 hells, she's seen us. Sod it, dead's as good as alive to the Imperials.
They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're all Amigan, not even conscripts, by the look of them. Barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods. Alize and Alphino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago.
What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight.
We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright?
Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alize was asleep, last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers? Not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castrum Abania? God's damned fools.
Lise, Onion. We overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you. They were young? Less than 20 summers? I thought so. It's always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer.
Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish. They ought to be begging to fight for the resistance, not against us.
They've been living in the shadow of a castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. You get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble, or worse.
Even so.
And the ones that don't fight back but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding. See? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that.
The sooner we liberate Almhigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths that things do not have to be this way.
Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves. Together. A better home than they've ever known. I've been thinking. If Alize needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Ralger's Reach. She can receive much better care there, after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania.
Indeed. And given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here.
Then it's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Onion, would you mind going on ahead and telling Araya that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Alize when she arrives. Thanks.
Do you require assistance? Very well, we will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? There. All crisp and freshly laundered.
We're here. Is everything in order? Right. We're bringing her in.
Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble.
What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Araya, please. You need your rest.
I know. Any news of Kryl? She'll be cross if you make her wait too long. As will I.
Ha! A chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister. And I'll fight twice as hard, for the both of us.
They're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Onion, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just... if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it. Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you don't like it, just say so. Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle. There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Maybe we got a little carried away. But you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Onion. You're the best kind of friend, the kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you.
Alright, we're going to pause there. Start up with the next one. Thanks for joining.